Hello and welcome to another update video about Ethereum. The overall structure on the ETH chart hasn't changed. I want to still start on the daily time frame to give everybody another refresher. The overall structure is very bullish on the ETH chart. I've mentioned it many times. ETH is very close to a new 2024 high point, and that shouldn't be a surprise given that we have been talking about the daily chart a lot, and I have every few days showed you here the potential, the upside potential on the ETH chart. Now, we haven't broken out yet. We need a sustained break above the $2,720 level, which is the January high, for a confirmed breakout and a rally in a third wave that should take us at least to the next resistance level around $3,500, $3,600. In fact, the Fibonacci extensions should actually, or they actually do point towards even higher prices than that. Actually, a third wave should take us minimally, to 3,840, ideally even higher. But obviously, we want to keep it realistic for now. This is this nested three wave 1-2 structure, or let's say 1-2 1-2 1-2 setup that we've had on the chart, which is generally a very bullish setup. And on the smaller time frame, we're currently exploring if wave 2, the last wave 2, indeed finished here on the 24th of January. And if this here is now another wave 1, then we should get another wave 2. Sometimes, however, you don't get another clear 1-2 setup anymore because, we've had 3 1-2 setups. Sometimes it just goes without any proper structure, or with very shallow pullbacks, like it normally is the case in these parabolic crypto moves, right? I mean, you get only so many 1-2 setups, and at some point it just goes, okay? Or pullbacks are extremely shallow. So that is something that I'm just very much aware about, but I can only highlight that, we have to align with probabilities, and it's possible that obviously here, once this wave 1 is finished, if it is one, we could still be in wave 2. That's what we're exploring on the smaller time frame chart, obviously. If we are still in wave 2, it would be quite a messy structure here, though. Yeah. However, very bullish because of these overshooting corrective waves. So anyway, the idea is that, if we can get 5 waves up, then this would be another wave 1, and we watch for a wave 2 pullback. And overall, the idea is to show you the daily chart to give you a good perspective, because sometimes we just take a look at the shorter time frame and you need the context, because I don't always have the entire context labeled on the smaller time frame chart. But this gives you the context. Looking at the 1 hour chart, here you see actually this move to the upside here on the 1 hour chart. The directly bullish pathway is highlighted actually in yellow, and there's no change to yesterday. I think I've adjusted the support area slightly with the latest high, but I think actually it hasn't made a new high since yesterday. But the idea is that we are either in this 5-wave pattern to the upside from the 23rd of January low, which again would form that smaller degree wave 1 that I just showed you on the daily time frame. But it takes another 4-5 pattern to complete. And because we're holding above support, I continue, like the days before, I continue to lean bullish, but only against the support area. So if that breaks, and that would be a break below 2,401, it would suggest that the white count here on the 1 hour time frame is playing out. Basically, that allows for a deeper pullback, maybe even into the green support zone. So at the moment, it's only a 3-wave rally. So we could be dealing here with the ABC structure in white, but I will not confirm a B wave top in place until we have broken below support. Therefore, I'm focusing on higher against the micro support level. We're forming higher highs and higher lows, therefore it makes sense to go with the trend. I've also added, and that's new, I've added a trend line, a short-term trend line for the 1 hour chart, and the break below that trend line would suggest that at least some kind of a top is in place. For me, that would be a confirmation that at least circle wave 4 is in place, and that I have to watch the support range here, the Fibonacci support levels, which are located between 2,401 and $2,570, with additional support at 2,504 and 2,452. So these are support levels, and then one more high would be expected, or would be needed actually, I should say, to complete this wave 1 on the daily time frame. Yeah, until I have 5 waves, it's possible that the larger wave 2 is still unfolding. But obviously we observe the 1 hour chart to get, as soon as possible, an indication which one is in control. At the moment it doesn't make a difference, because in both the white count and the yellow count, you know, we haven't done anything unusual, so they are basically the same. Also, however, this C wave now, as well as circle wave 3 in yellow, they have a full wave count here, and we just don't need to push any higher, but further extensions are always possible, especially in a third wave. And it's now quite stretched to the upside, I have to say that, but it would still look better with one more 4-5 pattern to call it here a wave 1. Yeah, so what I'm watching for is a pullback, and if it breaks that trend line, I will suggest that this is circle wave 4, and then we have to watch 2401. That level might change if we get another high point on the ETH chart. It might, you know, it might even break out directly. We will see. As I said, sometimes in these weird rallies, in crypto rallies, when it's really kicking off, we don't get any decent setbacks anymore, which is why I usually highlight the need for a core position, because anybody who doesn't have a healthy core position will be left with FOMO, okay? But then again, likelihood suggests that we should get proper structures, and I'm watching for that fourth wave to start basically at any point. That's my update about Ether. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.